Season 3 of Squid Game kicks off right where the chaos left off, in the aftermath of the stairwell scene. Guards move in quickly, trying to bring everything under control. Gyeong-sok begs for mercy, mentioning his sick daughter, but gets shot, though he survives. No-yul steps in and tells him to keep his eyes shut. She scans him, declares him eliminated, and allows his body to be loaded into a coffin like the others. As the coffin is wheeled away, a male guard praises No-yul for finally joining their side. She responds that now that they're partners, she wants access to the operating room. No more secrets. Soon after, another coffin arrives in the main hall where players are waiting. Yeonju opens it and finds Gi-hun inside. She checks for a pulse, and he's alive. Meanwhile, on the boat, Junho's team is trying to locate the drone pilot who went missing. Turns out Captain Park secretly pushed him overboard. Captain Park claims the pilot was drunk, but Woo-sik remembers strange noises and seeing Park on deck around 3 a.m. Junho wants to search for the body, but Park convinces him otherwise. Later, the drone pilot's corpse washes ashore on some island rocks. Back in his bed, Gi-hun is haunted by memories of the frontman killing Jung-bae. He finds some comfort with Gi-hum-ja, her son Young-sik, Jun-hee, and Hyunju. When they ask about Jung-bae, Gi-hun says nothing, too overwhelmed with sorrow. Guards enter and announce that 35 more players have been eliminated. The prize now stands at 36.9 billion, with 660 million per player. Another vote is called to continue the game or end it. Gi-hun demands answers, asking why he's still alive when so many have died. He snatches a guard's gun and dares them to shoot, but they hold back. The front man watches all of this unfold from his private room. He gets a call from Captain Park, who says they're docking to replace the drone pilot. The front man responds coldly, "If anything goes wrong, kill everyone, including Junho." Back in the hall, players cast their votes. Gi-hun refuses and gives up his vote. The majority votes to continue playing. The front man receives another update. 8 managers and 27 soldiers are dead. He orders new recruits and facility repairs. Coffins reach the incinerator area, but Gyeong-sok's is redirected to a special operating room marked organ donation. A male guard escorts No-yul to the basement, asking her how she learned to shoot and why she defected. She ignores his questions and demands to see the operating room first. Meanwhile, Baeko accuses Gi-hun of faking his emotional breakdown and plotting to wipe out other players. But instead of turning against Gi-hun, the players applaud him, grateful for the growing prize pool. The shaman steps up, warning Gi-hun that he'll hear his friend's screams until he dies. He lunges at her, grabbing her throat, but he's handcuffed to the bed, and 2 players pull her away. Inside the operating room, 3 unmasked guards prepare to harvest Young-sok's organs. No-yul takes off her own mask, but just before they start, she turns on them, shooting all 3 guards dead. She spares the surgeon and demands he save Jung-sok's life, threatening to kill him if he fails. The surgeon warns her. Jung-sok has lost too much blood. No-yul, revealing she's a universal donor, offers her own blood to keep him alive. On the boat, Junho marks off searched islands on a map. Woo-sik brings food and quietly voices suspicion about Captain Park. He saw him with a screwdriver the night the pilot vanished. Junho accuses Woo-sik of drinking with the pilot that same night. Woo-sik drops it, but secretly decides to skip the next mission and follow them in secret instead. Back in the game facility, players are served lunch while Gi-hun keeps a sharp eye on Daeho. Suddenly, the next game is announced, and the frontman is told the VIPs have arrived. Players start climbing the stairwell, passing bloodstains and hanging corpses along the way. Game 4 is revealed, hide and seek. Players are split into 2 teams by drawing either a red or blue ball. Gi-hun lands on the red team. Gyeom-ja and Jung-seok, the mother and son, are separated. The red team gets knives. The blue team gets keys that open doors to other zones, but the doors can't be locked again. The blue team has 30 minutes to either hide or escape. Red players must hunt and kill the blue ones. If any red player fails to kill at least 1 blue player, they'll be eliminated. Players are allowed to switch teams. The shaman steps up to lead the blue team, but only 4 players follow her. Myung-gi asks Jun-hee to swap places, saying she's pregnant and can't kill. He offers to kill on her behalf and find her later. She refuses, so he begs her to kill him instead to improve her odds of survival. She finally agrees to switch teams. Gyeom-ja and Young-sik talk about switching too. Gyeom-ja offers to take someone else's place, but Young-sik insists on taking the knife. She agrees and tells him to just survive, saying she has a secret weapon hidden in her hair. Daeho sees Gi-hun staring at him and confronts him. He insists it wasn't his fault and says none of them would have survived anyway. Then he grabs Gi-hun, yelling and trying to shift blame. Guards step in and break up the fight. Then the announcer's voice cuts through the room. It's time for the game to begin. Thanos' henchman is a wreck, panicked, alone, and desperate. With no alliance left, he approaches Myung-gi, buttering him up for his brutal performance in the last fight. Myung-gi accepts the offer. Meanwhile, The blue team enters a painted maze that looks like a kid's doodle come to life. Stars on the walls, pastel colors, and dead ends everywhere. They have 2 minutes to hide. Kaiho, thinking smart, urges everyone to scatter and search for the exit. If someone finds it, they should shout so the others can follow. Junhee struggles, clearly in pain from her pregnancy, but the kind-hearted mother swoops in to help. Hunju joins them too. The red team lines up at the arena gate. Gi-hun steps forward, quiet and focused, muttering just one thing. "It's all your fault." It's obvious. He's going after Daeho. Elsewhere, Gyeong-suk wakes up. The doctor panics, reminding Noyul of their deal, but she doesn't care. She shoots him in the head, cold and decisive. Then, without wasting a second, she pulls her guard mask back on and disguises Gyeong-suk as a fellow soldier, possibly planning his escape. The red team enters the arena. The 30-minute countdown begins. Gi-hun immediately starts hunting Daeho, but Daeho narrowly dodges every attempt. At one point, he chases a suspect into a room, knife drawn, only to realize it's player 197, not Daeho. Across the hall, the real Daeho limps, injured but alive, hiding behind a pitfall. The shaman, as theatrical as ever, guides her little group through the maze with her eerie chants, claiming she can feel the exit. Junhee, Hyunju, and Gyeomja reach a locked door, but the lock has 3 shapes: a circle, square, and triangle. Luckily, each of them has a matching key. Gyeomja and Junhee hand their keys to Hyunju, trusting her to act fast. Namgyu and Myunggi corner a trembling blue team player begging for mercy, mentioning his wife and kid. For a moment, they hesitate. Then they stab him, together. Neither trusts the other, so they split the kill. Technically, that's half a kill each. They still need another to survive. Park Min-soo finds Thanos' old necklace and swallows a pill. Suddenly, he hears Namju's voice echoing in his head, calling him a coward. Meanwhile, player 226 runs into the 3 women. He tries bargaining with Hunju. "Let me kill one of them, Junhee or Gyeomja." For a second, it seems she might let him, but instead stabs him dead. No hesitation. Player 100, who has been cooperating with some blue team members for key access, betrays his ally to escape a red team member. Later, he steals that ally's key. With 15 minutes left, Namgyu and Myunggi kill another player, securing their survival. Once it's announced that Myunggi has passed, Junhee is hopeful he'll come to protect her. But Namju convinces him they should wipe out the rest of the blue team, boost the prize pool, and eliminate the red team's deadweight. Gi-hun is blind to everything except Daeho. Other blue team members beg for mercy, but he doesn't flinch. A red player attacks Daeho but ends up dying by accident. Daeho takes the knife and vanishes into the maze. Meanwhile, Gyeomja and Hyunju hide Junhee, who's now in labor and nursing a fractured ankle. Young-sik corners a blue team player, the same one who yanked him away from his mother during the mingling game. He freezes. Can't do it. The blue player attacks, but another red team member kills him before Young-sik even moves. He still has no kills. The shaman leads her group into a room she swears is the exit. The moment they step in, she bolts. Her followers are slaughtered. It's brutal, and honestly, kind of hilarious. Later, she runs into Gi-hun, who has her on his personal hit list. To save herself, she blurts out that Daeho's injured and leaving a blood trail. Ji-hun lets her go and follows it. Eventually, she stumbles on the real exit, but it needs 3 keys. Then she finds player 100. He has all of them. She sweet-talks him into coming with her. Meanwhile, Junhee gives birth, with Gyeomja and Hyunju helping her through the pain. A red team member finds them. Hyunju fights fiercely and wins. Then she realizes the room they're in is the exit. She opens the door with the keys, but turns back to help Junhee and Gyeomja. That's when Myunggi stabs her in the back. Literally, she dies trying to help. It makes no sense, but it happened. Myunggi finds Junhee and her newborn, but he doesn't hurt them. Instead, he leads Namju away. Meanwhile, player 100 betrays the shaman at the very last second, locks her out of the exit. She's cornered by Min-soo, still hallucinating and crying out for Saemi. She tries her usual mystic distraction, but it only fuels his delusion. He sees Namgyu in her face and kills her. When she dies, he thinks he just killed Saemi and breaks down. Gi-hun finally finds Daeho. Daeho begs. He confesses. He never served in the army, lied about everything, and was too scared to help during the rebellion. He blames Gi-hun, saying he manipulated everyone. Gi-hun snaps and strangles Daeho to death. No mercy. Meanwhile, Junhee and Gyeomja reach the exit, but Young-sik finds them. 1 minute left. He still has 0 kills. He chooses Junhee, even after hearing the baby crying. Gyeomja pleads with him to kill her instead. He won't listen. So she pulls out her hidden hairpin blade and stabs him. Both of them look at each other in depression, crying, sobbing. Junhee falls into her arms and apologizes. The guards then arrive and she begs for mercy, but they execute him for failing the game. Gi-hun stares at his blood-soaked hands, his breathing ragged. Everyone's gone because of him. He whispers one final apology, then raises the knife to his throat, hands shaking, eyes full of regret, and then the screen cuts to black. What happened to Gi-hun? Did he survive? Or is this truly the end? Find out in the next episode. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because things are only getting darker from here. And hey, thanks for watching.